All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
Welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. Always our pleasure to have our guy, Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football, join us. And this time, he's on video after a big Saints win. Look at that smile there. Look at our guy, Nick Underhill. Nicholas, what's up, sir? How we doing?
I can't see you guys, but I think I prefer it. I think I prefer it this way.
Finally
Touché.
waits till Shough goes off to get him. What a front runner you are, Nick, getting on video after a big Shough performance.
Hey, man, I'm just answering the call. But no, you look good. I mean, that was probably the most encouraging. I think the teams looked all year, man. There's a lot of really good stuff in that. And yeah, I mean, I think he just showed why they drafted him 40th and why they decided to take a look at him. But I think incredibly encouraging performance. I'm actually like disappointed they're on a bye this week because this is the first time like the whole season that it's kind of really been exciting to watch this team. I'm excited to see where they go from here and see how he builds on it. I think it like injected some needed life into kind of a season that was starting to spiral very, very negatively over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it was a great performance, and he did a lot of great individual things. We were talking about that yesterday, but also like some guys that have really been struggling up front. Certainly Cesar Ruiz, I thought he had his best game as well. And so you had a little bit better protection, but also like Tyler Shough is some of those extended plays where he found a window and then like just bought a little bit of time where the defense got a little lax in coverage and he was able to find a couple of guys down the field as well. I thought really for Shough, but also for some of the protection stuff that they've had, this was one of their better, if not their best day.
Yeah, he had some like win because moments, and on those big third downs, I think that's really where you saw it. There was the 3rd and 12. I think there was like a 3rd and 8. He was short on the 3rd and 17 throw to Vele, but that throw through that tight window. I mean, the very first one, he breaks out of what looked like a sack, buys some time, keeps his eyes down the field, finds Juwan wide open up the sideline. Like that's a big time play. And look, I mean, I think those are kind of the moments that you got to have either one of these guys. They need to have those moments so that they aren't drafting a quarterback top 5. Like that's the stuff that you got to see. I don't think that you're relying on either one of these guys to win you games, but you need to have moments within a game that you can look back on and say like, okay, he contributed to it to stop them from going another direction. And yeah, like it's one game and he's going to need to do it a bunch of other times. The NFL's littered with guys that have done it 1 time, 2 times, and that didn't keep it going. But you got to start somewhere, and I thought it was a pretty good start for him in this one. And I think he threw with good anticipation. The throw to Taysom was behind him. That's one that we've been hammering on both the quarterbacks all season long about that little bit of technical accuracy. But I thought he gave his guys a chance. I thought he showed off the arm. The athleticism's good, and really like he surprised me big time with how confident he looked in the pocket. That was the thing coming into the league. That was the thing in training camp. And just. I think it's just very obvious that like working with Scott Tolzien every day on the footwork and just that pocket presence, I think it paid off. And that's probably the reason that we didn't see him for the first 9 games of the season. There was some of the stuff they wanted to work on, make sure he had his best shot when he got in there, did good one game, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, Nick, so watching the game, I mean, you see an offense there that, it's been – struggled, shown some moments throughout the season, but certainly struggling. Every part of the team has been struggling really throughout the season, obviously. Record indicates that. But you saw guys this Sunday making some plays. You saw guys that have done some things that they hadn't done. I mean, Jake just brought up Cesar Ruiz playing his best. I mean, who would have thought that would have come? You got Juwan Johnson, 92 yards receiving. You had Kamara with, 115 total yards from scrimmage, something like that. Chris Olave goes over 100 yards receiving. So you see guys that have been struggling to be at least consistent throughout the season step up and make plays. You saw an offense play with energy. Is that do you think they can mimic this? Do you think it's something – I know it's something to build on certainly, but based on the history of the season, do you think that they can start stacking these stacking these moments. I'm not even going to say wins because wins are obviously hard, but just stacking these performances, individual performances on top of each other.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a huge thing. I mean, obviously, we saw guys play way better. I think the O-line can be better. I think Caesar's actually played decent like the last few weeks, but like Radens didn't have a great game in this game. I think he can play better. I think getting Flugga out there in place of Asim Richards, he can play better there. Like they were down 3-0 line from what they were the whole other half of the season. So I think that they have more talent there that can play a little bit better. Chris, the consistency, I think, is obviously something that was just kind of weird this year. Like, I don't think drops have been something that have defined him. So it's kind of like, was that the blip or is this kind of the real guy? Obviously the one-handed catch is exceptional. Like, but he's been a pretty consistent pass catcher throughout his career. Like the drops weren't a thing. Juwan's like so up and down. I don't know what to expect from him. Now, the run game's interesting to me because we saw them go 19 times under center on runs in this game. They did that same exact number against the Bills, and those are the two best rushing performances of the season. So if we don't see that going forward, I'm going to be incredibly confused if they go back to just trying to run inside zone out of shotgun, average 2.9 yards per carry, and it's just like you're doing it over and over and over. Like, that makes no sense to me. And honestly, like I think they can do a way better job of building off those looks. They only threw 3 times from under center. I think you got to start incorporating more play action off it, get some shots down the field, and just kind of become a more diversified look on offense. So I think that is something that they can replicate. It's just it's a choice. And it's crazy to say it, but like, it really does just feel like a choice of like, do you want to do this thing you're good at, or are you just going to keep trying to hammer what you want to be your identity that isn't working for you? So I think they got to be a little bit more flexible in that. And I think they will be. There's no way you can look at that and go away from it again.
Nick, so often we talk about the offensive woes for the Saints, and because the defense has certainly had moments, but I want to ask you about a young defensive player because there's so many veteran defensive players. Like Demario Davis had another incredible game, but we all know where he's at in his career. Where are you at right now with Kool-Aid? Because he's a player that you traded for. He's a player we didn't talk about at all really last year, and this year, like him now being a guy, being a starter. There's ups, there's downs, but like from what you've seen, is he the guy that you thought he was? And do you think that he is continuing to develop to be that guy?
I think you said it with like the ups and the downs with Kool-Aid. Like, I think there's some games where, I mean, there's been a few where I've come out of it and been like, man, he was like the best guy on the field, at least on defense. And then other games is just kind of, not good. And then there's like the middle. So the inconsistency really, the inconsistency with the whole secondary is kind of something that bothers me overall. And I might just be like an old guy at this point, but man, I like press coverage. Like I like seeing guys, like if you're losing, you're losing because you're losing. And it's not like, oh, well, you're playing, a 9-yard cushion on 2nd and 6, and they're getting the first down, but you're tackling quick and not giving up the explosive. Like, it's just hard to gauge it sometimes. Like, you look at the yardage numbers and then you look at the film, and like sometimes they don't necessarily correlate to exactly what it feels like you're watching, because I think sometimes the coverage is so soft. So I don't know. Like, I feel very unsure about all those guys in this. I feel the same way about Quincy Riley. Like, it's just kind of, sometimes I feel like he's playing great, and then other times it's like it feels like there's a lot of yardage, and it's just kind of hard to correlate it sometimes. I'm extremely unsure about all of them. But I'll say this, like, if the draft were today, like I would have cornerback on that list of like top 3 needs, or at least 3 areas of improvement. And honestly, I don't know how much of a difference it would make with the scheme and the way they're playing. But I'm extremely unsure about him right now. I mean, he's one of those guys too coming into the season that it felt like he was kind of like a player that could like tilt the scale on how you felt about like the entirety of the roster. Like 4 or 5 of those guys, I think, were in that group. And I think he's still kind of teetering on it a little bit. I think he's doing fine, but I don't know that there's like the consistent high impact week to week that maybe you're looking for out of like your top cornerback.
Yeah. True, Nick. If you're trying to put together a top 3 list of needs for the Saints, good luck. But it's like trying to pick guess who the coach for LSU is going to be right now. Like, that's a tough list to put together. But a lot being said, I mean, there's a lot of talk of Mickey Loomis. Like, even if we got the number 1 pick or whatever, like, do we trust him to make the right moves? Blah blah blah. So we know that there's been some like draft woes, and there's been contracts that we don't agree with, and all this stuff. But like, let's have a little recency bias here. Let's look at the 2025 draft. How do you grade that draft class to this point in the season?
I think pretty good. But look, here's the thing: we're doing this like 2 days after Shough had a good performance, and that like tilts it majorly.
And we got to
like,
talk positive for a second at least. Celebrate the wins.
if it went up in smoke though, like it would feel different. But look, I think it's promising. Like for the most part, I think there's a lot of guys that you feel like are at least contributors or at least useful players, and that's really what they need. Like even if they aren't all high end players, like I feel like Quincy Riley is a good example. Like he might not be your quarterback 2 long term, but if he is, even better. But even if he's just like a rotational player, you're pulling him out of the 4th round. Like that's all you're really kind of looking for in that range, is to kind of build out your depth and get like a nice middle class of the roster together. And look, last year, like all the injuries, like they didn't have those kind of guys. Like, and then players get hurt and you're kind of all the way like down at the bottom of the barrel, and season falls apart with just like one injury. And they got to build out that depth. They got to get better. And I think this draft definitely, it feels like that there's good quantity. Like the quality, I think, is still being defined overall. But like Shough is a guy that even if he doesn't end up being a starter, he's probably a backup quality quarterback, which, that's at least a cost-effective hit, even if you don't get the high end out of it. If he is a high end player and you got him and Banks, and Stutzman looks like he's a guy. Sanker definitely looks like he's a guy that you can play. Like that would be a really good draft. And I think it would be, potentially the end of the 7-year skid of drafting. We'll say 6, like 19 was probably a good draft with CJ, GJ and McCoy. But since then, like it's kind of been tough. And, the last couple, it feels like things are starting to turn back a little bit. There's some hits in the 1st round, which wildly was a major issue for them. But yeah, definitely. I think there's some positivity with that for sure. It feels like they got really, really good quantity out of this draft.
Nick, I know we still have a lot of season obviously left, but with where the Saints season is, I know there's a lot of off-season talk. Like, what do you think the first couple of moves will be in the off-season as far as, some of the veteran players that we've talked about over the last couple of weeks, and would they get traded? Like, where do you think this team will go before we get to the draft? Like, veteran players, and maybe what would they be looking to try to do in free agency?
A lot of big decisions coming up. I mean, top of the list, I think at this point is Alontae Taylor. They discussed some trade options for him, and it didn't really quite come together. Indianapolis was one that sounded like it was a possibility, and then they made the trade for Sauce. I think they still want to keep him. This was his most dynamic game too. It felt like there was like just like a really good vision for him. They were attacking the quarterback more than they have in other games, and that's a spot where he's really good as a blitzer. So I think he's a guy that they would like to try to keep. They got to build out that depth just kind of everywhere. And you don't want to be like a big free agency shopper, but look, it's so fascinating to me because like if Shough's actually good, I think it changes like your whole path. I think like the urgency to keep Chris Olave increases if you have a real quarterback. And I think Olave's want to stay here would probably change too, along with it. If he looks at this as a spot where he can get, numbers, production and all that stuff, I think he's more likely to sign an extension here. Maybe even before playing out that 5th-year option. But yeah, I think they need tight end. I think you need another guard, finding another impactful guy in the front 4 on the defensive line. I think it's something they should try to do in free agency. And then, whatever the rest of the season is, like, I hope all roads lead to Arvell Reese. Like, he just feels like the guy in this draft that, like, every time I watch him, he's like the most obvious one. Like I've been going out and like watching these guys on Saturdays. I've seen Oregon, Ohio State, Miami, Louisville, South Carolina, Alabama, Ohio State, Penn State, going up to Clemson to watch them this weekend in Louisville. Like, and he's the one guy that I've seen where it was like, this is a guy that like you have to have. Like he was the most obvious one. I don't feel that way about any of the quarterbacks. Some of the receivers that are out there, Tate, obviously, but like in a top 5, top 10 pick, like no, but like Arvell Reese feels like a guy that like I don't know if you guys remember Jamie Collins, but like he feels like Jamie Collins in an era of football where people know how to use Jamie Collins, and like that can be a special player.
Yeah. Nick, it's amazing like what winning does to attitude, to outlook, to future predictions, things like that. It's been so many weeks where like, we got to sell this team, and like we got to move, like we got to build for But now we're talking about, like, look, we've got a quarterback. Wait a minute. Is Olave going to re-sign? Do we build around that? What pieces can we keep in place right now? The outlook is so positive. That's why sports are so awesome, because like winning just changes everything. It fixes all problems. Can you keep that up? I don't know. We'll see. But like when I was watching the game, of course, all Saints fans want Shough to be good, and they just want good stability, and they want a quarterback, blah, blah, blah. But like, I also feel like on the Twitter, like, people were like, do we really want to win this game? Like, do Saints fans, take the temperature, put your finger on the pulse of like the Saints fan base as best you can. Do they want them to keep winning games?
Here's the thing that I think is probably the best outcome would be like the Patriots Drake May season, where you feel great about the quarterback and they're losing games, and you get to the end of it and you got 4 wins and you got the high draft pick and you can go get, the guy that helps your quarterback the most early on, Will Campbell. Like, I think that's the best outcome. But here's the thing, like, if you go down the stretch and you get to the end of the season and the Saints got 5-6 wins and they're picking 7, 8, 9, 10, sure, that sucks. You aren't getting Arvell Reese. Like, that's not going to happen. But that means that your quarterback is probably actually really good, and the biggest piece of the puzzle is solved. And like, yes, it would suck, but like, wouldn't you rather have like the guy at quarterback? And I think that's just probably how you got to look at it. Like, if that becomes the reality of the situation, like, who cares? Like, you hit it 40. You drafted a guy that was probably a top 10 pick 30 spots later than he should have went. And that's the real win here. And I think you take it and you're happy about it and you build it and you're just grateful that you probably have a 10-year answer at that position, if that's the actual reality of the situation. But yeah, I mean, I think the best thing here would be like, yes, the Saints score 24, 27 points, whatever, every week, and they find a way to lose, and your offense is good. But like, the difference too, like with the Patriots comp, is that if you're actually winning some games, that means that you probably have the right coaches in the building too, and you aren't starting all the way over there. It isn't. You're getting rid of the guy, and hey, look, Mike Vrabel's waiting there to come over. Like that's a great outcome for them. But like, who knows if you can replicate that here? So if you have the answer to the quarterback and you have the answer to the coach, and at the end of the season you feel great about all those things, and you're picking 8th, so be it.
All right, there he is, our guy, Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football. Good enough to join us every single week here on OTB. Nick, we appreciate the time, as always. We appreciate the video. It's good to see your face, sir, even though you can't see us.
I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, thanks, Nick.
All right, we will step away. More OTB when we come back here live from the Raising Cane studio.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. If you are looking to buy new, if you're looking to lease, if you are looking to rent, they've got you covered. They've got you covered with so many different options. Everything is always available. If you need a midsize SUV, gotcha. Full size, gotcha. Truck, multiple options. Sienna minivan, multiple hybrids, multiple sedans, multiple everything over at All-Star Toyota. So make sure that you go ahead and reserve that rental for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, or maybe you're going to Norman, Oklahoma a little bit later on to watch the Tigers play. Whatever it might be, call Miss Lisa Sessions today, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
All-Star. All-Star.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. A lot. Look, Jake's been telling you about the per-day rental prices. I know you're probably thinking, it's a dealership. I'm not going to rent a car from there. It's going to be way too expensive. Well, go check it out. Per-day rental prices as good or better than those national companies at the airport. So go check them out if you're going on a little trip. Rent a car from All-Star Toyota, All-Star Toyota, BatonRouge.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB. Don't forget about our friends over at KTOZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com, K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Been doing it since 2004 in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, on the North Shore. Really anywhere in our listening area, they have got you covered. Interior, outdoor living, and sometimes like me, it could be both. Brandon Barton, the team, going to come in, know your space, learn your space, change your space in a matter of minutes. They've done it for me. They'll do it for you. KTOZBlinds.com. Great song. And it leads us right into OTB Mailbag.
Special delivery! I have this special delivery for off the bench. And look, it is marked most urgent.
We'll be writing to you.
The internet.
What the is the internet?
All right, this comes from our guy Bilbo. I need 6 courtside tickets to a Pelicans game. How do I do this and not be poor?
Aren't they like 25
I don't
bucks?
think they're that expensive,
Wait.
Bilbo. I think you're pretty good.
Wait 2 months when the Pelicans have a really bad record, and they'll be a lot cheaper.
No, the record's already pretty bad.
They won one, though, right?
2.
Two. They lost to the Spurs over the weekend, though.
Matt, are you serious?
Lucky beat.
I know.
I see you over there.
Lucky beat. They have an actual alien at center, but yeah.
They do. That they do. Hashtag OTB mailbox. Mailbag. When will Alec Box get chair backs?
That's what they should have done instead of,
I guess in the bleachers.
yeah, in the bleachers.
Okay, I was about to say, I thought we already had.
Yeah,
they do in some spots,
some
but the
spots.
bleacher. I'm not a fan of the bleachers, but they should have done that instead of the whatever they call that.
Yeah, that area.
Yeah,
whatever that
with
is.
the little tables.
I honestly, I just wish college stadiums, like in general, like, all right, so if you're like, I think we put too many seats in here, make it like an NFL stadium. Put chairbacks everywhere.
I actually wish they
Like
would
Tiger
do
Stadium.
a
Tiger Stadium should be chairbacks everywhere.
a
No more
berm.
bleachers.
I love a berm.
Yeah, that too.
Shoot.
Like if they took the left field bleachers out
Yeah.
and put a berm back there,
Yeah.
I would love that.
Yeah, I would. I think a lot of people would.
I would kill for bleachers in Tiger Stadium because if you're not sitting between the
Yeah.
20s,
It would be great.
You don't even have a back.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, just make it like an NFL stadium where every seat's a chairback.
Yes.
Yeah. Now you'll reduce capacity, but you're kind of trying to do that now anyway in a lot of places. So. Oh, I hate when it jumps when you've got a good question. You got to go all the way back to that one now.
Sorry, I'm not giving you a lot on these answers right
No,
now.
you're
I'm
really
finishing
not.
up
Oh,
my
the
final
eulogy?
touches on the eulogy.
Oh yeah.
That's more important.
It is,
really
obviously.
is.
I don't need to answer questions on seatbacks.
Hashtag OTB mailbag.
Let's say
Love.
goodbye to the seat.
Shut up. Love, marry, kill. Chili, soup, or gumbo.
Wait, aren't they all soup?
Wait,
I'm gonna love
soup?
gumbo.
Wait, what kind of soup?
I'm gonna love gumbo. I'm gonna marry chili, and I'm gonna kill soup.
Well, they're all soup.
Yeah, but I
But
I
what
think
kind of soup? I
probably
think
like let's go.
it depends what soup it is.
Right. I might have to
It can
marry
be any.
soup
It can be
because
any
it's
soup.
diverse.
Yeah, boy, that's great. Like,
What about
I'm
gumbo?
never gonna say no to gumbo.
I'm never gonna.
I'm never gonna
I'm
say no to
marrying
chili.
Gumbo.
Yeah, I'm marrying gumbo. I love chili. Actually, which one? I mean, is it
Well,
love
because
and
I
marry? Which
love a
one's
tortilla chicken soup.
Right. Like what soup?
Or
I think,
chicken tortilla soup.
Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to kill.
I'm
What
getting-
about-
I'm
what
getting
about gumbo?
stuck. I'm getting
Soup.
stuck on this.
gumbo soup? No, gumbo's gumbo.
Yeah, but it's,
Hey, don't bring
Soup,
your
right?
Tyler, Texas take in here.
is gumbo not a soup?
It's gumbo. Just like
No,
Is it
Louisiana
not
is
a
Louisiana,
a
not
soup,
the South.
A soup is not root. A soup is soup. Gumbo has a root.
What about a bisque? What
Oh,
about
so
a
it's
crawfish
more like a
bisque?
stew then.
Is that a soup or is it a bisque?
a bisque? A
Yeah,
bisque is a soup.
y'all are
A bisque is a bisque.
it's gumbo 1, chili 2, and then any variation of soup
It's
3.
I think
it's
I'm with
portions of food, particles of food in a liquid.
It says, I Googled it. Gumbo is considered both a soup and a stew.
Okay, a stew, yeah.
So, but it is also a
What about a
soup.
bisque?
I think that's
Any
a,
portion,
that's a soup.
if particles of cooked food
Or in a
are
liquid.
in a liquid,
That's
it's a soup.
Right. I'm with you.
I don't know the difference between a soup and a stew, but I know that gumbo is.
Hey, big brain guy.
I'll tell you what.
You're overthinking this.
You want Matt to focus on OTB mailbag? Just ask, what is a soup?
I'm pretty sure they're all
This is-
soups.
Yeah, people are gonna. I'm sure.
chili's is soup?
Chili, no.
There's no
Chili,
way chili's
no.
is soup.
Chili.
Okay, I
no.
will
But
give
it's
you
more-
chili.
okay.
Chili's not a
soup.
soup.
Because like
Okay.
I do thick chili, so like it
But
doesn't have
gumbo
a ton
is
of
a
liquid.
soup.
To be a
Hey, now.
soup, it's got to be like the liquid portion's got to be more than 50. It's got to be like 50% or more. Like chili, it's mostly
Right.
Okay,
it's
fair.
Not a ton
I'll
of
give
liquid.
you chili is not soup, but gumbo is definitely soup.
gumbo soup.
Yeah.
I think gumbo's gumbo.
But
Yeah.
I do love what is it? Like the one at Olive Garden that has the kale and the Italian
Minestrone?
sausage. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it's
Minestrone.
Italian minestrone.
It is. That's what I get.
The main difference
Love
between
minestrone.
soup and
Great.
stew are their consistency and ratio of solids to liquid. Soup typically has higher liquid to solid ratio, while stew is thicker and chunkier. So I would say some certain stews or certain chilies would be a stew. Like if you do more with like the chunks instead of the
Gumbo's
ground meat,
Chili.
What about like, because like a potato soup, that could be a thick boy.
it could be a thick boy.
Yeah.
That one
Yeah, but
bounces
you are.
back
I
and
think you
forth.
are kind of.
Overcomplicating.
Yeah, because
My
like
bad.
if
But
I,
I just
if I
think
said
that,
a
like,
burger, like y'all could be like, "Well, it's a sandwich." I mean, you
No,
could probably
burger's a
technically
burger.
find a way
Burger's
to
a
make it
burger.
a sandwich. Exactly, gumbo's gumbo. Chili's chili.
I agree with you. Gumbo's, chili's chili. Because I'm always the hot dog's not a sandwich either guy. It's a hot dog. So like,
Okay, well, for the sake of this question, I'll go Mary Gumbo. What's the other one? Because it's
Love.
not. Okay,
It was
I'll
Mary
love,
Love Kill.
I'll love chili and I'll kill soup, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you kill
Oh my
soup, are you
Killing gumbo.
right. So
Right.
I'm gonna marry gumbo, love soup, kill chili. Unfortunately,
This is a challenging one.
I'm moving on from it. Hashtag
Smart.
OTB Mailbag. Does any OTB crew member skip leg day? No, I don't think so.
No.
I think we're pretty
I almost
leg heavy.
exclusively do.
They were pretty leg
day.
heavy.
Yeah.
I'm skipping leg day today.
Oh, because you're back.
Quad started cramping up real bad last night.
Yeah. How is the old bag, bud?
It's real bad.
I got something with your name on it.
Yeah, we're just on the medicines right now.
I don't know about
I'm
this.
leaving this show and going to lay down.
He's
doctor's
supposed to be
orders.
on bed rest.
I don't know what this question, why, but okay. Hashtag OTB Mailbag. Walk in on Taylor taking a poop or Taylor walking on you taking a poop?
I would rather walk in on someone because it's embarrassing for me either way because I'm involved in it, not quite as much.
Okay, I don't know. I mean,
So I'd rather
don't
walk
really
in
know
on
what the
someone
answer
else.
is.
I'd rather
You're looking
not be the
for.
one with the pants down.
that's
Right.
true. Fair. That's fair.
So y'all would rather walk in on me. I would rather walk in on y'all. That should
Yeah.
be the appropriate response.
Especially like mid cleanup.
Right, you don't want
Hashtag
that.
Don't want
OTB
that. Nobody wants that.
I hate that
Mailbag.
question.
How do
That's a bad
you
question.
I
how do
hated
you
that
prefer
question.
the base of your roux? Light, dark, and thin, thick. Dark and
I like a little thicker.
a little thicker.
Yeah.
A little thicker.
I'm all about thick, for sure. I don't like a thin gumbo.
I mean,
I want the roux as dark as you
yeah.
can get it before
yeah,
it burns.
I want a dark. Yeah, me too.
I want it to have some soul to it.
Yeah. Same.
Taylor, you all right, bud?
Yeah, I'm good.
Stretching?
I was just laughing at a comment. I'm not gonna.
Hashtag OTB Mailbag. Of the four members of this show, who has the most CTE? That'd be me.
That's Jake.
That'd be me.
Yeah, Jake played fullback.
That'd be me.
You would think it's me because, I mispronounce words. But I couldn't get hit in practice.
Except that one time. I did see Jamarcus. Speaking of that one time y'all were live in practice.
Nice.
Saw him on the sidelines of the game. He
Oh,
drove up
perfect.
from Mobile.
Perfect.
Looks great. He's going to come on the show with us soon.
Marcus is the man.
He wants to come on with us.
Yeah, he should.
He should.
So,
Come on in studio.
I know
yeah,
everyone's begging to come on, but we can make room for Jamarcus for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not just
Might have to
some
push Kyle.
He
Kyle
could jump the
Williams,
wait list.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyle's still like in the queue,
Yeah.
show.
but
Um,
I know
jump,
Tyler
you
Shough is also begging because Spencer.
He's got to
came
win a couple
on,
more
so,
games,
Yeah.
Come on, Rook.
I don't know if Tyler's going to want to come on because we had Spence on and then they replaced him.
Oh, that's true. Is a bad omen?
I don't know.
Don't put that on us. That ain't on us.
That's not on us.
I don't know.
We can give him a nickname. The Shuck Truck.
Shuck if you buck.
I am not trying to say you're funny skipping over certain questions. I'm not trying to. It's just
There's
the
a
chat
lot.
jumps. Like you'll start to scroll and you'll get ready to ask some questions, and they'll jump to the bottom. So I'll try to find you. Did you ask a question? If you did, you can ask it again.
Re-ask.
We asked about Taylor walking in on someone pooping,
Yeah,
so I
we're
don't really
not-
think that we care.
It's true.
Here's a question. OTB mailbag. Is chorizo just Latin boudin?
There's no rice in it, so I don't think so.
Yeah, that's true. So no, not at all.
Sorry, dumb question. Just kidding. Love you, Bilbo.
It was a dumb question.
There's no
I'll
such
say
thing
it.
as dumb questions.
Hashtag
except for that one.
OTB mailbag. What is the best dish in Tyler, Texas?
Huh.
Really good barbecue, really good Mexican food. Oh, yeah. Taqueria El Lugar is the greatest taco. Like, you thought that you could, you've reached the limitations of what just flour tortilla, ground meat, and cheese will do. That's all you need. It's different there. Hits different. Taqueria El Lugar.
All right.
Wasn't always in the greatest part of town, but we went.
That's
Just
even
don't go
that's
there.
Typically even better.
After the sun goes down.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
If the booths are ripped up,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm eating there.
So I like it so much, love it so much, that my parents, when they would come down for games, they would bring me and my roommates, they'd bring us like 50 tacos down in an ice chest,
Hell
and we'd
yeah.
eat it for like a week. They actually did that to us like a couple months ago.
I was your roommate on the road. I never got a taco.
Well, we couldn't do that before the game, bud. Kind of might hurt your tum-tum a little bit.
Did I tell y'all that, like, for whatever reason, after we roomed together our freshman year, Jimbo wouldn't let us room together the rest of the time?
he's like, no, we're not doing this
Can't
again.
imagine what happened.
I thought it was Bush League, personally.
We were rehearsing.
Yeah.
We were just talking like we were on a radio
Yeah,
show.
y'all knew
Yeah.
this was going to happen.
No doubt.
And we're 40.
When we are grown,
Dude, local sports radio,
regional.
national, worldwide. We had some
I mean,
worldwide
had some
hits,
worldwide
right?
hits.
Wandra, what countries were downloading the other day?
Brazil.
Brazil.
I think
Big
Denmark.
following. Denmark.
Great Britain. Let me see. I
Is
can
there
pull it up real
Norway?
fast.
We used to get some Papua New Guinea people back in the day.
Yeah, we used to. Hashtag OTB mailbag. Does chicken belong on fajitas?
Yeah.
Place?
Why not?
This place for sure. Get a little mix.
I never do just
Little
chicken.
combo.
fajitas.
Germany?
It's a
No,
combo.
you do
You
the-
got to
you
throw
do
the
the-
steak
Germany
there.
today?
You got to get some
We got
fat.
Germany. We got
Shout out
Finland.
Germany. Shout out
What's up,
Finland.
Mexico.
Shout out
Let's
Mexico.
go.
Japan. We have 30 downloads in Japan.
No big deal.
France,
deal.
Angola. Hey, even Bulgaria is getting
Shout
in
out
on this.
Bulgaria.
Angola. They watching us in jail?
That's not that Angola.
Oh,
the country.
not that one.
Yeah.
Different one, bud.
But probably.
Okay.
We're probably popular in that
There's-
one too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
in
real
fairness.
quick, what was the argument, T-Bob versus Alondra on Mexican food again? It was if tortillas are bread, and I was saying they're not bread. But then he said, I thought it had to do with fajitas. That was
That was with
Taylor
Taylor.
and
That was
T-Bob.
me. That
Because
was
Taylor
me.
thought it was asinine that somebody would ever.
T-Bob thought it
get
was asinine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
T-Bob.
sorry.
'Cause I
T-Bob,
ordered the
but that
trio.
somebody get chicken fajitas.
Yes.
And not just strictly steak.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause- and I
There's a
ordered
place
the-
for a combo.
I ordered the trio. It was
Yeah.
chicken, steak, shrimp.
Yeah. He had never heard of anybody do that. So.
Yeah.
He also thought tortillas were bread.
All right.
So.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
It is time to take a break. More OTB when we come back.
Off the bench.
All right, go to GCOPnet.com, GCOPnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. And look, if you are working at an engineering firm, a law firm, a university, a bank, like so many different businesses that you know documents are your lifeline, like you have to have them. It's a non-negotiable. Well, that's why you work with GCOP because, I mean, throughout the state of Louisiana, they are going to be able to help you out. When you call, you talk to a human being, they fix whatever issue you have right then, right there. They don't transfer you 10 to 15 times to 10 to 15 different people. That's what kind of sets them apart from the rest. So New Orleans, Baton Rouge, on the North Shore, in Lafayette. That's why they are official partners with the Pelicans, the Saints, the LSU Tigers, the Raging Cajuns. Go to GCOPnet.com.
Yeah, if you work in an office building, you know that there's nothing more detrimental than when your paper trail, when your copy or your printer goes down. Their award-winning local service team responds fast, keeps you up and running, and treats your business like their own. So if you have an office, get the local help. GCOPnet.com.
Yeah. 2007 champs. Purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Remind you about Central Plumbing. CentralPlumbing.org is the website, not only in Central and the entire greater Baton Rouge area. We are talking to you. So if you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, if you're looking to go tankless with a tankless water heater, never run out of hot water, again, they have got you covered. That number, 225-925-8552, 24/7, 365 weekend, game day, holiday number as well. If you have an emergency, they are there to help you. CentralPlumbing.org. All right, I think we've got to do something difficult that we've had to do every week.
Too many
the
times.
Last 6 weeks.
This is not something we like to do.
No, but we have to. We have an obligation.
We have an obligation to the world. Things happen, man.
They do.
Things. This is the world we live in. Things are out of our control. All we can do is acknowledge them, acknowledge these people that we lose, and try to move forward. Today, we are gathered here to reflect on the life and times of Brian Daboll as the head coach. A tenure that began with hope, innovation, and a long-awaited playoff win. But it ended with the familiar sound of Giant fans sighing into their bagel and schmear. And also leaving them wondering, are we just the Jets in blue? When Brian Daboll first arrived from Buffalo, he was heralded as the offensive savior, the man who could finally turn Daniel Jones into more than just a trivia answer about a fifth-year option. And for one shining season, he did that. The Giants looked competent, creative, even dangerous. Daboll brought swagger to the Meadowlands. And his partnership with Mike Kafka seemed to breathe new life into a franchise desperate for relevance once again. That first-year playoff win in Minnesota, it really did. It felt like the start of something real.
It did.
Man. Giants fans dared to believe again. They wanted it. But as quickly as that hope appeared, it disappeared like a HIPAA rule violation on the sideline of medical tent. The injuries piled up, the execution vanished, and the magic from 2022 faded faster than a wideout separation on 3rd and long. Daboll's trademark fire, once a symbol of accountability, began to look like frustration. The headset tosses got louder, and the cries got sadder. And yet we must remember him not only for how it ended, but for how it began. And we sit here today, and our hearts do go out to the grieving players. We don't know how they're feeling today. A lot of excitement, the exciting whites, the young guys. We know that Scadaboo's probably banging his head against the wall somewhere today.
Yeah, he is.
He reminded us all that this proud franchise, what belief looked like. He restored dignity to a locker room that had forgotten how to win. He gave the Giants fans something they hadn't felt in years, which was joy on a Sunday. So we say farewell to Brian Daboll, the beard, the bravado, the bold play caller who made the G-men matter again, if only for a little moment.
Yep.
May his next headset never cut out. May his tablets always have really strong cases on them. May his quarterbacks always stay upright. And to misquote the great philosopher, Bill Shakespeare. Misquote, I said. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Well, in this case, heavy is the head that wears the headset. And although your head definitely looked like stable enough to hold the heaviest of headsets, In the end, the pressure of the Big Apple was just too much to
It
bear.
does have a dome.
So rest easy. Brian Daboll. Gone too soon.
We'll be back. More OTB.
Off the bench. From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
That's on me.
Oh, everyone's just
It's okay, you're
they're just
emotional.
too sad.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know how we
couldn't see through the
recover.
tears.
I mean, God, he does have a dome.
God, he does.
Whoa.
Whoa.
All right. He's probably, hopefully toes in the sand, drink in hand somewhere, enjoying an ice cold Dos Equis or two,
Pour one
or
out.
three, or a case.
Pour two out.
It's always a great time to go for Dos, even in, Brian Daboll's situation he's currently going through. It's a tailgating weekend as well. So make sure that you have enough ice cold Dos Equis to go around. Enjoy responsibly. Come see us at Rouse's on Friday. You can grab it there as well. It is always a great time to go for Dos.
That's right. It is tailgating weekend. We'll be walking around Tiger Stadium. So if you happen to see us, raise your bottle. Raise that delicious ice cold Dos Equis. And I know it's a little chilly outside, so make sure you get a koozie. But make sure you get it iced down, get it cold, and ready for the weekend. Go grab it at your local. Go delete some beers. Do it responsibly. Drink Dos Equis.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back into OTB. And when it comes to construction here in Louisiana, nobody does it better than Pala. So whether it's industrial, electrical, or mechanical, Pala's been doing it in this state the right way for over 50 years. From plants to pipelines, they do it all with the same Louisiana pride and precision. So if you're looking for a partner with the best in the business, go check them out at palagroup.com. That's palagroup.com. Pala, building the Gulf South from the ground up. Again, Pala.com is the website. Over 50 years doing it the right way, the only way that they know.
Got some good questions here.
Go ahead.
If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
If animals could talk, which one would be the rudest?
I
would say a donkey because they're jackasses.
Ew.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
I was thinking, like, my mind immediately went to just a house cat because they're kind of like pretty coy and standoffish.
Yeah.
But I mean, they can be sweet too. They can play with the ball of yarn, which is pretty cute. I would say a peacock.
Yeah, birds are kind of.
Birds are kind of rude, but
Yeah.
a peacock in general, they're beautiful and they know it, and they just turn their back to you.
Yeah, other than that, I'm not sure.
Some sort of bird, though. I feel like.
Yeah,
I
bird.
went to turkey as well.
Yeah.
Turkeys are pretty rude, and they got big claws on them. They're pricks.
Yeah.
And they seem smart too. Like the rude ones,
birds,
rude people are usually
yeah.
pretty smart.
Like crows remember you.
Yeah,
So maybe it's
a
crows.
crow.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's crows.
they're pretty rude.
Yeah.
Mockingbirds are rude too. They run off. They run off all of the pretty the nice birds.
Yeah.
State bird in Texas, not a
Yeah.
big deal, but rude.
Bird. Yeah.
Geese, geese are
Geese will chase you.
ducks too. Swans are rude.
Dude, you
I
ever
had a-
see
They're so
swans come
beautiful.
out of the water and attack people?
I had a swan attack me when I was a kid at a golf course. I was playing with my dad. I was like 6 or 7, and it attacked me. And my dad's friend hit it in the head with a putter, knocked it out. They said it knocked it out. Might have killed it. The swan, though, like a golf course swan that they probably purchased to live there, chased me.
Man, playing golf at 6. Can't hide money, boy.
Can't hide it.
Ain't know what a golf course was at 6. Or 16.
I don't know. This is a big surprise to you, but children do play sports.
And Shreveport, where I grew up, they didn't play golf.
You know, you probably been over there at youth sports yelling at people.
Don't yell at people. Just yell at officials.
And, probably the other coaches, too. Parents.
You for sure. Thank you for holding it down for the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
Show the tripod.
Absolutely. We crushed it. It was fun.
No big deal.
I heard one segment. It was electric.
Hey, I started the whole show, brought it in. It said Raisins Cane Studio and everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
Had a great
man.
yo.
Got this thing started.
Yeah.
Had a great yo.
No big
He
deal.
killed it.
No big deal. You and the dog.
Me and the dog.
Flynn and Kane.
I'd have something to look at,
I got you.
Hey, it's been a good Tuesday.
Let's
Tuesdays
have a
are
great
now
Wednesday.
awesome. Oh, even better. Later.
We love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Off the bench.